Lila wasn't like other girls. She had a gift, a curse. Lila heard whispers, not hushed words from living souls, but murmurs from beyond the veil. Voices of the departed, trapped between worlds. They called to her, their sorrow a constant hum in her ears. Lila tried to ignore them, to pretend she was normal. But the whispers persisted, growing stronger with each passing day. Fear became her constant companion, a shadow lurking behind her eyes. The whispers were a burden, a constant reminder of the unseen world that surrounded her. Lila kept her secret buried deep inside. Who would believe her? Who would understand? She was alone in her terrifying ability, a prisoner of her own senses. The whispers were her reality, a chilling symphony that only she could hear. At the edge of town, shrouded in mist and shadowed by gnarled trees, stood an ancient house. Locals whispered tales of the house on Harbinger Lane, their voices hushed with fear and superstition. It was a place of sorrow, they said, a place where tragedy clung to the air like cobwebs. The house stood empty, its windows like vacant eyes staring out at the world. Paint peeled from its walls, and the once grand facade was crumbling under the weight of neglect and time. The garden was overgrown, a tangle of weeds and thorns that seemed to reach out like grasping claws. Some whispered of strange lights seen flickering in the dead of night, and others told of blood-curdling screams that echoed from within its walls. But the most common tale was of the spirits that haunted the house, restless souls forever bound to the sight of their demise. Lila couldn't explain the pull she felt towards the house on Harbinger Lane. It was as if the whispers themselves were drawing her in, their voices growing louder with each step closer she took. Fear warred with curiosity within her. One cool evening, as twilight painted the sky in shades of purple and grey, Lila found herself standing before the imposing iron gates of the house. The whispers were a cacophony now, urging her forward, promising answers to questions she hadn't dared to ask. With a deep breath, Lila pushed open the gates and stepped onto the overgrown path. The air grew heavy, laden with the weight of unseen eyes upon her. The whispers intensified, swirling around her like a vortex of despair. Lila was in too deep to turn back now.